everyone, welcome back to Diary of a Diamond Painter. Today I am setting up and kitting up my new Sunature kit, my first one from them. And if you're new to diamond painting, don't worry. We're going to talk through what kitting up actually means and how I do it and some little tips and tricks along the way. So first things first, what is kitting up? Basically, it's the step where you get all of your drills organized before you start placing them on your canvas. Each collar or drill comes in its own little baggie, and every collar has a number code that matches a symbol on your canvas. Kitting up is just organizing your drills into a storage system that's easier to work out of. Some people like using little jars or these little Tic Tac containers. Some people like Ziploc baggies. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Use whatever works best for you and your budget. I am using these containers that double as trays because they allow me to work faster and change colors smoothly. I did a review on the set in a previous video. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link down below for that. But let's get started. So I always start with matching the number on the baggie to the number on the canvas and the color chart to make sure all my drills are here. I've already done that in this video just to save a little bit of time because we're going to be covering so much. So I always start with matching the number on the baggie with the color chart on the canvas. And if it matches, I write it on my container with a Sharpie. I know what you're thinking. A Sharpie? Like a permanent marker? Yes. And I'll show you why. So on my Forever Young containers, I found out that I could write with a Sharpie instead of messing with labels, and I could take the Sharpie off. I haven't tested these, so let's just do a little line and see if this works the same on these, because if these work, I don't have to mess with labels, and that's a plus. So with my Forever Young containers, which I am almost positive are made out of the same plastic as these, I was able to take one of these. This is just an alcohol pad. And because I always had trouble getting the labels to either stick or stay stuck or come off, rather than consistently redoing the labels, I came up with this plan. I use one of these, and normally you just have to, yep, just a little bit of that and it takes it off. So just your cheap little rubbing alcohol pad. You could probably use just like a paper towel with some rubbing alcohol, whatever. And that's gonna let you do this little trick where you can use a Sharpie to label your containers. So sometimes this will wear down. Let me grab one of these Forever Young containers and show you. So over time, it will wear down. Now, mind you, these markings are from a kit that took me about a month and a half to finish. So I don't think that's bad wear. And normally, if I'm going through it, I notice that it's wearing down, I might just touch it up with a Sharpie. But all in all, it saves me trouble of messing with labels. And if it saves you some time, I hope you enjoy that little tip. So what I'm going to do is just write a 1 on this because I can see that the 1 on the color chart is the symbol for this drill. Normally, I'll do like the number and the symbol on this side, but this one's like 1, 1. So I'm not worried about that. Same with 2. It's 2, 2. And I love these trays. I said I have a different set that also are similar to this, but there's just something about being able to have a container and a tray at the same time that just it tickles my brain. 3, 3. I guess I could leave the Sharpie open, but I've lost Sharpies and accidentally drew on myself and my desk, so I don't do that. But- So, kitting up is one of those steps that's easy to miss when you're excited to start, but trust me, it makes a huge difference. Having everything ready and sorted means you'll spend more time placing drills and less time hunting them down. Plus, let's be honest, there's something super satisfying about watching all these little containers fill up. Again, with the brain tickle. If you're new to diamond painting, little tip, make sure all your containers are fully closed before moving them. I'm not speaking from experience or anything, but I may or may not have learned that the hard way, and yeah, drills everywhere. Definitely not the sparkle I wanted that day. Hi everyone, it's Brittany. So I did not know that my audio quit recording during this segment. So I'm going to have to voice over it. So I apologize for the less than stellar audio quality. But now that all my drills are organized, I wanted to add an extra part into this video that I normally wouldn't unless you all want me to. I'm going to show you how I prep my canvas. So this is my current process. First, I start by outlining the entire canvas with washi tape, which, side note, I really need to buy more washi tape, but that's a different video. The purpose of this is to simply cover up any overpour of glue so that my hand or arm doesn't stick to it and it doesn't pick up any dust, hair, lint, etc. And I mean, washi tape makes a cute border too, so there's a plus. I also find that with the little lip left by the washi tape on the edge of the canvas, it helps me line up the edges of my drills a little bit better. So to do this, you could just or pour, pull the plastic canvas back a little bit and put the washi tape on there. A little pro tip, I do like to add a little bit extra on the sides so that I can fold the washi tape behind the canvas. I find that it holds it and stays on a little better and it doesn't peel as often if I do it that way. Another tip that I can add on this is when you're putting the washi tape on, don't pull a big strip out. It's honestly you're going to struggle with it to get it lined up straight. No matter how hard you try, it will go kind of at an angle. Now, when I get to the side with the color chart, I'm not going to cover the entire color chart so that I can still see it while I'm actually diamond painting. I'm just going to do the edge underneath of it. When I finish the painting, I may come back and cover that diamond painting chart, like the color chart with washi tape, or run it up to cover the edge and then trim it down. It just kind of depends on if I end up framing this one or not. But yeah, that's how I do it. So next I take the entire plastic cover off my painting. I know. I know what you're thinking. It sounds crazy, but I do. And then I cover it with diamond painting release paper. Yep, the entire canvas. There are a few reasons why I do this. First, I just like the crinkle of that plastic. Two, sometimes I've noticed when I pull back the thing of plastic, it doesn't want to lay flat again or it'll come out weird. Also, I find that covering the entire painting in release paper helps me focus on each individual section more without getting overwhelmed. And it hides the rest of the canvas. And that's really useful with bigger paintings. I can tell myself, okay, well, I just have X amount of papers to go and I'll be finished, and it just helps. Now I know that some people like to section their canvases with washi tape and use an X-Acto or craft knife and cut the plastic, and that's great if it works for you. Fair warning to those who are new to the craft. If you choose to do it that way, and don't press too hard on the canvas when you're cutting the plastic, or you can cut through your canvas. That's a big reason why I switched to release paper because it happened to me. I cut through one of my canvases and it was really upsetting. So I switched to release paper so it doesn't happen again. And I will leave a link down below to the release papers I use and the trays I used to kit up with in the comments down below if you guys are interested in purchasing them. Now, it doesn't matter which way you put your papers at. I always like to overlap them a little bit so that they're easier to peel off, but it's entirely up to you and what works for you. So there's my entire canvas now prepped and ready. Alrighty, so my drills are all organized, my canvas is prepped, and I'm all ready to get started. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you. And I want to hear from you in the comments. How do you kit up? Or if you're new to diamond painting, tell me what you're most excited about or nervous about when it comes to getting started. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more beginner-friendly tips, tutorials, and honest diamond painting reviews. Until next time, happy painting and may your drills always stay sparkly.